Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Today I will be making Easter cards using the embellishments I made from the other day. These are dyed Easter eggs, I call them. And these are my little bunnies. I do have a video on these, and I can link that down in my description box. If you're live or on the replay, I want to thank you so much for being here. A nice warm welcome. It's morning here in the Bay Area, and I know that some of my viewers are from all over the country. And I want to thank LOL Talk Show in Albuquerque for being here today. Also, fun. So here are my embellishments, and I also did some pre-work with my die cutting machine. I'm going to be using these clouds. This is my cloud embossing folder. I just put the paper in. I can do two at a time, and that helps a lot. And I put it in there and I run it through my die cut machine, and the pressure makes this beautiful embossed image. So we're going to be doing that. And I'm going to be using my Flower Garden 6x6 paper pad. I've chosen several pieces that I think look really springy. You remember the Easter bonnets and flowers and butterflies. I also have my enamel dots I'll be decorating with. And I will be using, these are hero hues. These came out of my latest Hero Arch kit. So I'm going to be using this Summer Sky. I think it's really pretty. I have a couple of different stamps I can use. This is Happy Easter from my Stamps of Life set here, as well as, it's hard to read because it's so little, Happy Hoppy Easter for Peeps' sake. I think that's really cute. So for that particular stamp set, I went ahead and just cut these out, and that's what I'm going to stamp on here. So I'm going to start. Oh, and these are going to be my grass. How cute is that? I used a designer series scissors, paper shaper, and then made this cute little border. I'm going to be cutting that up. Okay, so how I make my card bases. These are what we call A2. Get out my trimmer. And this is called Landscape. And put it in this way and right at the 5.5 mark. Cut right down the middle. I'm going to do that to all the pieces first. And then we're going to fold them. This is 100-pound cardstock. I prefer a little heavier for card bases. Okay. Now, because this is a little lighter, I can go ahead and just fold it over and use my finger to burnish it down. So there is, this is A2, and I'm going to be using portrait style. This is landscape, and this is portrait. I'm going to go ahead and finish putting these together, and then we'll start stamping the inside of the card, which is what I always do first. I learned my lesson the hard way several times. Plus, when I'm in a rush, like at Christmas, I'll grab a card and it won't be the front will be all decorated, but the inside hasn't been stamped. And so that kind of puts me behind the 8 ball a little bit. So I always do the front of the card, and I'll explain more in a little bit. Okay, this is our last one. I don't need 6, I only need 5, but I can always save this for later. So there's my 5. Let's move these out of the way. We have, for the inside, I think we're going to use shake your bunny tail, okay? Because we are putting bunnies on the front. This is a set. I can't remember where I got this set, but it's really cute. That's how I put it on my acrylic block. It sticks nicely until they get a little bit older, and then they need a little bit of help with some temporary adhesive. So again, I'm going to be using my blue. Okay, right in the middle. Okay, so here's an example of why I do this first, because now I can turn it over and I'm going to decorate this. And so I'm going to cover that. So let's try again right here. This isn't a new stamp. I have used it before, but this is new, relatively new ink. So let's try it again. A little more pressure. There. That was almost too much pressure, but so I'm just going to decorate the front of this so the mistake isn't a mistake anymore. Okay. Whoops. Ooh, I'm glad I cut that. That was upside down. There you go. Okay. Total of 5. Okay. Good. Very good. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to put something else in the inside here, because we have lots of cute stamps. We can certainly Let's do this in pink. I think that would be adorable. This little bitty egg. Just some added interest. Cute. I'll just leave this open. I think that'll be easier. Yep. Sometimes it's hard to know just how much pressure to put on. But that's a little better. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, the clouds are going to go in the inside. I'm going to put the pattern paper down over the card first. Then I'm going to add this. And this is where we're going to build our scene. Okay. So, let me cut the paper down. Now the paper is going to be, because the card is 5.5 by 4 1/4, my paper is going to be 1/4 inch less than that. And so we're going to do 5 1/4 by 4. Let me cut that off first. There's a little hole where they hang these up, the 6 by 6 pieces. So you got to make sure to cut that off. And you have some strips for another project. So there's that. So let's cut all the paper, 5 1/4 by 4. Starting with the little hole, cutting that off. Okay, there's 2. Put the scraps aside for something else. Always use scraps when you can, because they do build up really quickly. Okay, 2 more. You have to have the butterflies. They're just too cute. And because they're all different up and down, but because they're more up and down like this, that's why I use a smaller measurement. It's called directional. Oh, that's what I do here. Depending on whether you want to make your card portrait or landscape. And 1 more. We're going to do the bonnets again because I wanted to stay within the same paper pad. I could have used something else, but I did want to stay in the flower garden. All right. Let's start assembling the front of the card. Now you can decorate the front of your card either way. You could put pattern paper down first, or you can put cardstock down first. And I show how to do this in my instructional videos in my membership course. But you have 2 different options here. And I cut this down more than the 1/4 inch difference so that the pattern paper would show. So we're going to put this on. And I'm going to go ahead and do this with all of them before I start making the, putting the bunnies and the eggs on. This is called assembly line. Sorry about that. This is called assembly line, where you do a group of things, kind of the similar things at the same time. Make sure it's right side up, of course. Beautiful butterflies. And then I'm going to go ahead and I did have this one scrap. That's why it's different. But as I said, you want to take advantage and use the scraps where you can. Right center there. That's cute too, those bees. I have a whole collection of bee paper, which I'll show later. This is my Tumbo Mono snail runner, we call it. Very, very sticky. So you have to be pretty on target with it because once it's down, it tends to stay down. With glue, you have a little bit of wiggle room. And I'm almost out, I can tell, but I do have an extra one at the top of the desk here. Yep, there we go. See, so let's just throw that. And then here's my extra one. I take that out and I pop it right in. There we are. And one more. Oops, I grabbed the wrong one. Okay. All right, now let's start with our grass. I'm trying to decide. I want to do 2 layers, one in the back and one in the front. So I'll put the darker one, the garden green one, in the back, and then this in the front. Perfect. I need a regular pair of scissors here. Okay. So this was 3 3/4. I can measure it to be more precise. Perfect. And then the lower one here, 3 3/4. Okay, and this is just wide enough that I can use my tape runner. So let's put our bunny here and a couple of eggs over here. Boy, those eggs are bigger than the bunny. That's pretty cool. Or how about one standing up? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Maybe I should have, yeah, let's tuck those in a little bit and I will glue those down. Perfect. This is Tombow Mono glue. Like I said, you do have a little bit of wiggle room. Perfect. Okay. Now let's do this to all the other ones, keeping with our assembly line. Okay. Three and 3/4. Let's make this a little more narrow here. Now I can just snip it. 3 3/4. Okay. Yeah, let's make this a little smaller here. Okay. I do have a grass dye, but I cannot find it. It's about year long and it makes really pretty grass, but I couldn't find it. But I thought this did a good job too. Okay, where's my glue? Tuck that in right there. And tuck that in there. And we'll do our little sitting bunny. Okay, there's that one. Do you have any questions so far? What's your first name, by the way? I'm Nikki. I think it shows on the screen. It's not low enough, is it? Let me cut this some more. Okay, that's better. It's a little bit lower, but that's okay. Okay, let's do on the other side. Let's put the bunny over here and the eggs over here. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Very good. We'll do the same thing here. I don't want to lose those. Okay. 3 3/4. And 3 3/4. Okay, so a little thinner. Hey, June, thank you so much. Yes, you caught us. Yes, I am here with LOL Talk Show in Albuquerque also. I do a lot on Amazon. What's your first name? I'm sorry. I can call you LOL, I guess. I do a lot of stuff on Amazon, and I will put affiliate links down there. And also scrapbook.com is part of my share a sale, which that is also, it will be in my description box. And you can get it on there too. I know. I'm so sorry, June. I did not give a lot of notice. I think I got in about 45 minutes notice today. But I am making Easter cards with the embellishments that I made the other day. And this is what I have so far. I'm going to be doing assembly line. So I'm going to get all 5 of these put on. All 5 of the scene done first before I put on the sentiment. Okay. I'm just filling in the grass. I used this to cut the grass with because I cannot find my grass dye. It's crazy. I just had it the other day. I bought it for this very purpose. And I've already looked in a bunch of places. Thank you. Yeah, I will be, after this is totally rendered and set up and put out. I will go back and edit and put in the description box all of the links to Amazon and this share sale for you guys. Thank you so much for asking. Scrapbook.com is definitely my non-Amazon favorite. As far as pattern paper goes, I love Echo Park. This pattern paper I'm using now. I know you didn't see it, June, but I'm using the 6x6 paper pad called Flower Garden. And this is actually Cartabella paper, but it came from an Echo Park kit. So they interchange a lot. And Echo Park or Cartabella, it tends to have a slightly different feel to it than the Echo Park. Okay, so there's that done. And now one more, and then we'll start on the sentiment. We're either going to use the Happy Hoppy Easter, and they'll go in this one, or the Happy Easter, and I'll go ahead and cut some strips for that. And you'll see that here in a little bit. Okay, 3 3/4. Made this piece in here 5 by 3 3/4 so we can see a little bit of the pattern paper. Okay, this worked out really well. 2 eggs per card. Oh, let me go ahead and do this one. I forgot. 3 3/4. Yes, I will be making the He Is Risen ones also. That'll be another video. Hopefully I can get that one done before I leave to Texas. I'm going to be gone to Texas in a week, but I will try to get that one up, or at least done, and then I'll have it scheduled. Okay, we're going to have to use glue on this because it is very narrow. Yeah, June. She, I'm not sure which, I'm sorry, was telling me about, they discuss a variety of topics on their talk show, which I think is really cool. Oh, you are in Texas, on the coast. Oh, I'll be going to Grapevine. So I'll be flying into Dallas Fort Worth because that's where the hotel is and our conference. And Southwest does not go to Dallas Fort Worth. They go to left field, but they don't go to Dallas Fort Worth. So I had to do another airline. Okay, so there are our cute little eggs and bunnies. So now we're going to work on sentiments. let's try to do the Happy Easter. A couple of Happy Easters and a couple and three the other one. So what I'm going to do, oops, I'm going to take my scrap of white. I'm going to stamp. Let's see. Should I use, where'd the blue go? I know I had it. There it is in blue. Good deal. I'm going to cut these down and I'm going to put a light pink border behind them. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay, now I'm going to measure. Oh, let me cut this one, but then I'm going to measure to border this. It's called matting, just like so. And I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. Not a, I don't know if I'll go a full 1/4 inch. We'll see. But that's the basics behind matting. And again, I'm going to be showing that on my instructional videos for my course. And they're going to be a little different. Just depends how I cut here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to measure each one. Okay, this is right at 2.5. Perfect. So let's just go over that. And by 1. So let's do a little over that. Yes, perfect. Whoops, nope, not perfect. No, it's more like 2 3/4. Okay, let's go all the way to 3. Just to make sure. Okay, perfect. Now that's just perfect there. How about that? A happy accident. Or as I call it, a God incident. Okay, let's trim down just a hair here. Sometimes you just have to eyeball things too. Oh, yeah. Paper cutter autocorrect. Yeah. That would be interesting when they get that, when they bring that out, huh? Thank you. Not real often. Maybe, yeah. I can tell when the cut gets all, you just see little frizzy things. Yeah. Then you know it's time to change it. Okay, that worked out really well. So I have those two ready to go. Now I'm going to glue the Happy Easter onto the pink paper, but then I'm going to put dimensionals behind it to pop it up. And I'll show you that. I went ahead and die cut everything and embossed everything off camera because the die cut machine is a little noisy. I have an electric one. Unfortunately, they don't make the Tim Holtz Vagabonds anymore. Not sure why. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on here, but I'm going to pop it up on these really, they're not very thick at all, thin dimensional, just to give it a little bit of height, but not too much. And these are the tiny ones, so it does take a lot more. And these I think I got from Dollar Tree. And I am also an affiliate with them, but it's through Share a Sale. And that will be in my description box. If you want to order online, I know there's Dollar Trees everywhere. So there really is no reason to order online. Unless, of course, the thing we just went through. Okay, so there is one completed card. How cool is that? I'm trying to decide which one to put. Let's put, because there's pink, a totally pink egg here. So let's put that one on this one. Okay. Yeah, yeah. All right. There's that one. And now we're going to do, absolutely, June, you got it. It's very, very tiny. And I will probably look I don't know if I have room for an enamel dot there, but I will go ahead and find some places to stick enamel dots because I have plenty, all the right colors. So let's find this again. My blue ink. For peeps' sake. I think that's hilarious. Really, really tiny. But it's cute. Okay. This is a new stamp, so let's see how it goes. Oh, not so good. All right. I have 3, so let's turn it over. Not a big deal. Let's do it. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay. I just did it on, I just stamped it down on a scrap just to, yeah, that's not great either. It's better than the other side. It's better than the other side. There we go. Now we will pop this up for sure. Every piece of paper has two sides. Thank you, LOL. I appreciate it. Yep. I've been on, I've known Nick ever since about 3 months after I started on YouTube. I was crafting a year before I started on YouTube. I had to work up the courage. So there's this one. I started crafting because of yes, they can, June. New stamps definitely can be fussy. I started crafting when a former patient gifted me all of her supplies because she has since passed away, and so now I do it in her memory. What did I do with that? There it is. I have a picture of her on my bulletin board above my craft table. Yo, Jude, thank you. Sometimes. What you don't see in front of the camera, behind the camera. No. Everything's ebb and flow, right? Okay, there they are. I did have an extra one I could have used. Oh well. Okay, let's pop these up. No, somebody suggested that, and I kind of started it, but I've heard so much about Etsy. No, I just want to teach people how to do it. So I do have that membership course. I'm glad you asked. Yes, I just launched my membership course. There's 2 different levels, beginner and intermediate. So if you'd like to go check that out, I am not, it's on Uscreen. I will have that link down in my description box. I just don't have it handy right here to type it in. But thank you for asking. So I want to teach you how to make your own, so you can bless friends, neighbors with some lovely mail. Thank you, June. No, we all have different things we want to do, hobbies, crafts, for sure. All right, so there's that. Let's see how we can decorate with the enamel dots. Let's get everything out of the way. Okay, I've got some really pretty pinky purple. These were from Dollar Tree. I'll just pop them where I feel like I have more room. So, that was not good either. All right. Here are my 5 Easter cards made with my embellishments. Thank you so much, June. Thank you so much, LOL. I really appreciate all your questions and staying here for the whole thing. I appreciate it so much. Oh, thank you, June. I certainly hope so. That's the whole goal. I this is a way to love on people, and I hope you do the same thing every day. Thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. June and Ella.